Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be looking at what are the differences between the Specialized Allez Sprint and the Cannondale CAAD13. Now these are two aluminium powerhouses. They are very good aluminium race bikes, but they are quite different in their characteristic and the geometry. Now the CAAD13 is the successor to the CAAD12. It was a very beautiful bike. Now the CAAD13, you have to know, it has got very ugly wheels here and here. I think at the head tube, the junctions, they are a bit less perceptible. Uses SI chainset, and this uses a 105. Now the colors that the Allez Sprint come with are the silver, this beautiful blue one, and I think that yellow, yeah, this yellow one. Now what's interesting is both of these bikes are priced at $1,800. See, $1,800. Now let's go to the most important difference between these bikes, and that's the geometry. Okay, let's open the geometry of the CAAD13 as well. Here we go. Yes, you have to compare the, let's compare the reach of 374 and 49 has a reach of 375, so they are the same, 48 and 49. And when you look at the stack, this is a 502 mil, this is a 52, so it's like 1.6 centimeters higher. This is actually a more sustainable position for most people, by the way. Just it's not always the most important to get as low as possible for criterium racing maybe, but not for road racing always, because this position to me looks much more sustainable than this, with a stack of spacers and all that, and we can look at another size as well, just for comparison. So if you look at 384, uh, when the reach is 384, it has a stack of 55.5. Here when the reach is 385, which is pretty comparable, I think the size 54, the stack is 533, so it's 2.2 centimeters high. But again, I think this is a traditional climbing bike geometry, maybe zero point 0.5 centimeters higher than that, because my golden ratio, at least for climbing bikes, is something like this, and a stack of 530. Like I think the Team Machine and TCR and the previous gen Super 6 has the best geometry of any bike, and they all had 529, 530 here, and 377, 378 here. This is 5 mils higher than that, but that's it's better to be riding 5 mils high with no spacers than 5 mils lower stack with spacers. So this is a pretty good deal here. Now the weights of the bike are, this is a 8.3 kilo bike. This is also an 8.3 kilo bike, but this is heavier than the CAAD12. The CAAD12 was 8.15 kilo in mono 5 spec. You have to understand, I'm pretty sure that even though the Allez Sprint, spent a lot of time in the wind tunnel, I am pretty sure this will be a more aerodynamic bike. I'll tell you why. First of all, the head tube is more aero, and the down tube is the part of the bike that hits the wind before the seat tube. The down tube hits the wind before the seat tube. Now the seat tube of the Allez Sprint is more aero, no doubt, but the down tube of the CAAD13 is more aero. It has got this sort of a shape, whereas the down tube of the Allez Sprint is pretty rectangular in shape. It's facing the wind. And the fork here is of the S-Works tarmac. The seat post is of the previous generation bench, so there's very little flex here, and it's quite an uncomfortable bike. It's one of the most uncomfortable bikes I've ridden, and in that place, the CAAD13 is one of the most comfortable aluminium bikes out there. In terms of stiffness, I'm pretty sure the Specialized Allez Sprint will be by far the more uh, stiff bike, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it will be a faster bike, because after a certain point, stiffness is, I think, psychological rather than making the bike go faster. The ca the Cat 13 will have a more traditional climbing bike sort of handling, whereas the Allez Sprint will have more of a criterium bike. This is even more willing to change its direction crazy fast. Uh, if you go to the bottom bracket, the Cat 13, just like Cannondale always has a, this is an OS BB Praxis bearings, and that has a BB30A, but I haven't heard any issues till now of Cat 13 uh, bottom bracket squeaking, so that is a good thing. It comes with a Vittoria Zafiro, but people usually use, it doesn't matter, people usually use a GP 5000 for most purposes. This gets a DT Swiss wheel, and this gets I think some Fulcrum Racing Sport probably. Now what should see, my conclusion is that if you are wanting to go for a bike that's criterium and criterium only, then you should go for the Specialized Alley Sprint. If the races don't exceed 100 kilometers or 60, 70 kilometers of criterium and you need fast direction changes, then you should go for the Specialized Alley Sprint. But if you want road racing, bunch riding, even some breves, whatever, um, and you want to do races in excess of 100 kilometers where the ride quality will make up for the 1 or 2 centimeters lower that you can be on the LS Sprint. I think that position might even tire you actually in the long run. This has got direct mount brakes, by the way, which is a plus. Anyway, so you should go for the Cannondale CAAD13 in that instance. Okay, thank you for watching this video. For more content like this, please subscribe. I'll post the most unbiased content on YouTube in road cycling. Thank you.